It's Saturday, February 8th, 2025. I'm TC Kirkham, and this is the Kirkham Report. Greetings VC, vinyl community, and everyone else out there. I'm TC Kirkham, TKR Video Central. Welcome to this week's edition of the Kirkham Report. Going to be probably a shorter show than last week. I had a lot to talk about last week. This week I only have a couple of pickups coming in because I have another one coming that hasn't arrived yet. And we'll talk about what's going on and getting things reorganized and rebuilt. And all that is coming up, so stick around. Well, it seems I never can get through a week without having something from Don and Mary at Two Hip Chicks. This week is no exception. I got some Whatnot pickups and some auction pickups. I picked up a couple of singles on the recent Whatnot auction. One, I'd never heard either song, but I liked what I heard, and so I picked it up. I was wanting one of them because I knew I was aware of what it was, but I hadn't heard it. This one is the other one. This is a dance disco type number. From Dexter Wansell. He never really clicked big, but he did have a few minor hits on the R&B chart in the 70s. This is Holdin' On and Dance With Me Tonight from his days on Philadelphia International Records. The other one is a promo, and it comes with an A&M sleeve. This, and interesting that they had a different name on here because the name of the movie changed later. This is quite creepy. Don and Mary were quite creeped out by it when they played it, but it's a great little number. Sleep Safe and Warm by Claudine Longet. This is an A&M promo. And if you look real closely at that tagline, it says, from the film Pray for Rosemary's Baby. Of course, later on, it became just known as Rosemary's Baby. It was never officially released as Pray for Rosemary's Baby. It's quite creepy. In the film, it appears as a little sing-song number that Mia Farrow frequently hums to her child. Here, it's really creepy, but very much worth having. Claudine Longet, of course, ex-wife of Andy Williams at that point. And I picked up a few CDs from Johnny's midweek auction at New England Cajun Roots Reseller from Don and Mary, of course. A lot of these are new age, but there were a couple of greatest hits collections I grabbed because I wanted them for my rebuild. And Don and Mary are always throwing in little bonuses, and I got a bonus this time of NXS's Listen Like Thieves. I think I have this on vinyl. I think I might have Kick. This I don't think I have this one, but that's a very cool CD. Also, I'm not sure if I had this. Some of these I may have already had, but I grabbed them at $1 a piece. You can't go wrong. This is K.D. Lang and Drag. This is her album of all smoking songs, even though she herself is a non-smoker. Don't quite get that. The Cross of Changes from Enigma. This features their hit Return to Innocence. Corner Shop, When I Was Born for the Seventh Time. I may already have this. I think I have a promo of this. I'm not sure. More Yanni. This one is If I Could Tell You. Of course, I showed a ton of Yanni that I bought last week. REO Speedwagon's Volume 2, basically, greatest hits from their songs from the 80s. Acoustic Alchemy, The New Edge, They were really a great duo, and if you've not heard them, you should check them out. They're really terrific. Um, Also from them, Radio Contact and Positive Thinking. That'll make great collections of my new age. Another Craig Chicasso that I did not have on CD, only on digital at one point, which I lost. Once in a Blue Universe. And a couple of greatest hits here. John Denver, Volume 3. This has his stuff from the late 70s and early 80s. And Blood, Sweat, and Tears, greatest hits. All of their best known songs on that. So, those are my pickups for this week. Let me pop these back in the box. Which is about the only place I have to put them right now because I have stacks and stacks of CDs. I'll talk about that in a minute. Dot and Mary do all kinds of stuff every week. You can see the schedule over here. They are on Whatnot every Tuesday evening at 7. I'm there as their mod. I bring lots of little bits and pieces on the singles that they're offering for sale. On Wednesdays, they're with New England Cajun Roots Reseller on his midday auction. Don also usually joins me every other Monday on Finding Your Music Mojo, and we simulcast that on both channels, although there will be a programming change for this coming Monday. And all kinds of stuff they do on their own channel, including Two Hip Chicks Chick Chat, Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon. Tuesday is General Chat, Thursday is Estate Sale Bingo, and Dawn posts music stuff also during the week. And they're always fun to watch. So please check out their channel, Two Hip Chicks, Too Hip Chicks. And thank you, Dawn and Mary, for the great pickups.
Hey gang, we've got merch. Show off your love for all things TKR. Find t-shirts and more in the TKR swag shop. Click on the link in the show description. 2 solid hours of your favorite dance music classics. Crank up the speakers, turn on the mirror ball, and trip the life fantastic. It's Saturday Night Disco Party. Saturdays 11 p.m. US ET, TKR Video Central on YouTube. A different top hits countdown from hundreds of radio stations around the world each week. Radio Retro Countdown, Sundays 4 p.m. US ET, TKR Video Central on YouTube.
Progress is coming slowly on my rebuild. Of course, everybody knows I lost my media drive on the day after Christmas, and over 500,000 K of audio tracks and video tracks went poofta. I've rebuilt most of my production library. I'm now working on the CDs. I am on the second of 6 file boxes of CDs. About a quarter of the way through the female artists at the moment. Those will all be done over the next week or two. It's just the RIP programs I'm using. It's interesting because the one I prefer to use sometimes goes real fast, other times goes real slow, and half the time, if it's an enhanced CD, it can't see the last track, and I have to pull up one of the other programs to rip the last track, which uses a different setup, so I have to move those into the other one. It's been kind of crazy, but it's coming along, and I'm also getting some of my other stuff downloaded from the sites that I had purchased from, so that's coming along. Eventually I will be back up to speed. Most of this month has been just taking care of the shows I can do, Radio Retro and Flashback Tracks. I'm also developing a new show that will be debuting late this month or early in March. That will be a Sunday night companion to Saturday Night Disco Party, and I hope that you'll be watching for that. I will have more information on it in the next week or two, but I think it'll be fun. and I think everybody will enjoy it. Oh, yeah, excuse me. Um, I'm finding that the long form programs really do well. The Saturday Night Disco Party has just exploded. My sub rate continues to go up because of it. Already nearing 1100, and that seems crazy to me since I just hit 1,000 about a month ago. Um, we'll see. And the new show should help. And there may be more after that. We'll see, because I have so much fun doing these, and everybody seems to love them. And I hope that they will continue to love them. In any case, that's what's been going on around here inside the booth.
Jump into the time machine and find out the #1 hits of a chart year from a variety of music sources. Flashback tracks, Thursdays, 4 p.m. USET, TKR Video Central on YouTube. An hour of lively discussion about music from two huge music fans. Finding Your Music Mojo with TC and Dawn. Live alternate Mondays, 7 p.m. USET, TKR Video Central and two hip chicks on YouTube, and TKR Video Central on Twitch. If she's thinking about it, you know she's bound to have an opinion on it. Kim Takes On, alternate Tuesdays, 7 p.m. USET, TKR Video Central on YouTube.
A quick programming note for Monday night at 7 p.m. This week's edition of Finding Your Music Mojo will only be available on TKR Video Central. Dawn is off this week because she has to run some errands with Momster, her mother, and so she asked me, because it was supposed to be her week to host on her channel, and she asked me how we could do it. I said, hey, I'll do it this week. You can just do it next time, and we'll have Kim fill in. So Kim will be joining me on this week's Finding Your Music Mojo, and we will be talking all about Kim. And what do I mean by that? Well, Kim is a heavy metal fan from way back since her preteen days, and actually more or less her teenager days. We're going to talk about how she got into heavy metal, and when I say heavy metal, I'm talking 80s hair metal, glam metal stuff, not Black Sabbath and stuff, but she likes that too. We're going to talk about some of her favorite bands, some of her favorite acts, some of her favorite songs, and those she doesn't really care for as well. That'll all be coming up this Monday, live at 7 p.m., only on TKR Video Central on YouTube and TKR Video Central on Twitch this time because Dawn is off, but she'll be back in 2 weeks. And we'll have a lot of fun. That is this week's Finding Your Music Mojo, Metal Mania with Kim. I hope you will join me.
Like what you see? Level up! Become a TKR patron. We can always use more supporters of our channel. Click on the Patreon link in the show description. If you like what you see on YouTube, don't miss the rest of the story. News, reviews, chart library, in-depth profiles, commentary, and more. Check out my full website, thekirkhamreport.com.
I told you it was going to be a short show this week. I am moseying on out of here. We are prepping for winter storm. I think most of the country is having some sort of storm. Was watching Jim at Radio Wastelands live this morning, and he said they're expecting 6 to 8 inches in his area, and that's also where Don and Mary are, a little bit south of him, south and west of him. We're expecting 7 to 9 inches in the Boston area overnight tonight. It's going to be the biggest storm we've had this year so far, and we have another one coming midweek next week. I just hope it doesn't turn into Snowmageddon, which is the February of 2015, 10 years ago. Of course, these are all hitting right at the time those hit. 100 plus inches of snow in 5 or 6 days. It was absolutely insane. We were absolutely, we missed all kinds of work, and it was just nuts. And I hope it doesn't get that crazy again. As I said, I do have a new show I'm prepping to premiere later this month, and I will give you more information on it this coming week. Next week, we'll also update the Eurovision for this year. We've got a couple of more new songs that have been announced, 2 more finals this week, and we're starting to get a rounded figure of some of the ones that are coming up. I'm also going to have more packages coming from Dawn and Mary, and I have a few things coming from Barnes and Noble as took advantage of their CD sale this past month, and grabbed a few things I've wanted that I couldn't get. Amazon actually screwed me over on one of them, and Barnes and Noble had it right away. It's a current album, and a few other things. Those should be here by next week, and that's assuming I can get to the hub to pick them up, which is in the next building over. But I don't think that'll be that much of a problem. They're really good about keeping the driveways and the sidewalks clear around the building, so we should be able to get over there. We'll find out, won't we? In any case, if you haven't subscribed already, please do. And if you have, thank you so much. The subscriber rate is climbing like crazy. Mostly thanks to Saturday Night Disco Party, but also because people are finding me and enjoying me, and I'm glad that so happy that you guys enjoy it so much. I've had so much great communications with people from the Saturday Night Disco Party show. If you're into dance music, it is mostly 70s. I am branching a little bit into the 80s. There's a few 90s ones slipping in too because I just love them. And I hope that you'll check it out. It's every Saturday night at 11 p.m. right here on TKR Video Central. And until then, I'll have my regular shows up this week. Will be Radio Retro Countdown tomorrow at 4 on Sunday, and Flashback Tracks on Thursday at 4, plus Finding Your Music Mojo on Monday at 7 p.m. live. And the rest of the stuff will come back probably at the end of the month or early March. I'm just taking my time. I want to get everything ready, and then we'll get things back into shape again. In any case, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, as I said, and leave a comment, because if you don't leave a comment, I don't know how I'm doing. And that's how I make new friends. And I enjoy talking to you. I hope you'll stick around. I hope everybody stays safe, whatever weather you're having this weekend. And I hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day next Friday. Don't forget to get something special for the one you love. Until next time, for the Kirkham Report, I'm TC Kirkham, TKR Video Central, wishing you a fond farewell and telling you I will see you on the interwebs. Ciao, baby.